welcome to the Crack of Dawn. I'm your hostess again, Dawn Lombardi. I don't have a guest today. Last minute, I was trying to think of like who would come down here, but I thought, you know what, I don't mind doing a show alone. This is the new fall season, so you're going to be seeing some new shows here. I got my new glasses from Eric. Thanks, Eric. I went right in. I'm like, you got any white ones? And she's like, we have one pair with some white on them. I think I can walk over and show you. They're so cool. Watch. Yeah, he got me these glasses. Aren't they great? So they've got this white part on them. I'm just going to make sure the dog doesn't get them. And I've got my hair's like in a fountain today. I spent all this money on my hair. Karen down at the hair company, she's going to come on the show and we're going to talk about, you know, when you get your hair dyed, I mean, you either use a box at home or you go to some fancy salon and you notice how they kind of like disappear, you know, for a while, and then they come in with this stuff that looks the same as, you know, the box, really. But I would be a great hairdresser. I know it. I would not want to do perms. I don't want to really cut hair. I don't know if I could cut, but color, I'm good. I know what I'm doing with the color. So I thought to myself today, I didn't really know what to do on the show. So I thought a lot of people don't know how to mix colors. And, you know, as a high school teacher, I did have a lot of high school students. Yeah, they took art in elementary school, but they didn't know how to mix colors. I'd say, what's the primary colors? They didn't know. Most of them did, but some didn't. And that's their art teacher's fault, sorry, but it is. So let me teach you how to mix colors tonight. Because, I mean, we can paint something if we want to. I got a blank canvas. If anybody knows Your Village store, remember that little store across from in Miss Porter's area? Miss Porter's actually bought his store. I wanted to buy his store, but I think it was $550,000. And my house is only worth like, I don't know. I bought it for $250. I don't know if it's worth $3. I don't know. Who knows? But I wanted that store because I was going to run an art gallery, and my husband's a fantastic cook. So Billy DiCaprio called me yesterday. If anybody remembers Billy from Your Village store, he showed up with his wife, and my dog didn't jump on them, but he asked me to do a commission, which is great because I don't really have any now. So let's start off with basic stuff, okay? I'm going to show you these colors here. Now, if you didn't know, I mean, if you have kids and you buy toys, most toys are primary colors. They're either bright yellow, bright red, or bright blue. So primary colors are blue, red, and yellow, okay? Now with those colors, you can make purple, orange, and green. Those are secondary colors. So when you go to the store and you're buying red paint, you're going to see sometimes you're going to get a cadmium medium, a cadmium light. You can see it's kind of orangey. You're going to get a alizarin crimson, which has blue in it. You can see it. This has blue in it, okay? So we don't want to really use this. But what I do is I buy them all. So even my lipstick is in here. I could probably use my lipstick. My lipstick is on right now. Okay, this is my lipstick. I could probably use this, but it's purple. So you can see it has blue in it. So let's go and try to mix some colors. Remember, buy a bunch of reds because you've got cadmium medium, which is a good red. Sometimes it's just called primary red, which came out like this. I'm going to show you again. Different color reds. So these are 3 different reds. So this is cadmium. Hold on. I can't do this. How did people like? I remember doing like jazzercise and the lady would be like pony to the left and I couldn't do it. I was like, I need a mirror. So anyway, you got different, hold on. Oh, it's working like this. Oh, good, right here. So you got a cadmium dark, you got a cadmium medium, and you got a cadmium light. Okay, and the light one's kind of orangey. So when you mix the reds with the blue, you're gonna get a purple. You're gonna get a better pink. Okay, so purple. Pink is just red and white mixed. Okay, so we're just going to do a lesson on mixing. We might go into 2 episodes. I don't know yet. So let's go ahead and let me show you how to mix some stuff. So first of all, let's make some green, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take yellow, okay, and blue, okay? And I'm going to, don't mix it all together. Little kids, I tell them, keep it separate. And they get so excited, they mix it all together. And Mrs. Lombardi, I need more red. And I'm like, well, you didn't listen. You know, I'm a little bit mean, but not that mean. Okay, so you can see I'm getting green, okay? Now, where I taught, they only let you use primary colors, black and white. Now, at Boston University, that's where I was trained, no black is allowed, ever, okay? You cannot use black to mix anything. You can't even use it if something's black. So we had to figure out how to make the darkest dark with all the colors that we had. So you mix some burnt umber with some cadmium, some French ultramarine, or some Prussian blue. There's so many blue, you know, names, and I don't like to be that snotty artist that's like, oh, I'm painting in plein air tomorrow and I need my cadmium. Yeah, I don't do that. It's like, it's too much, okay? So we got green. Now, you want light green, you add white. You want more yellowish green? Watch, I'm going to make it more yellowish green, okay? So we're going to go up here, I'm going to show you. And have fun with this. You don't even have to paint a picture, okay? So you want a darker green, you're going to put some more blue in there. You can see I have 2 different colored blues too. Sometimes they're different, so just buy a whole bunch of them. It's not expensive, you know? So we got some nice green here, okay? Now, across the color wheel from green is red, okay? So if you mix red and green together, you're gonna get brown. So when people are like, Mrs. Lombardi, how do you make skin color? I'm like, you mix the ones that are across, okay? So purpley and yellow will make brown, red and green will make brown, and blue and orange will make brown. It's amazing, okay? But you know what? I don't do that because I just buy all the browns, okay? And you know, someone said, oh, you know, what skin color, how do you do it? And I'm like, everybody's different. I mean, I'm so tan right now, I'm almost like orange. And I like compare myself to one of my girls. I don't know what nationality she is, but she's dark, right? So we put our arms together and we were like kind of the same. But I said, I'm not like this in the winter. You know, I'm pretty pasty. I'm not like this, but pretty pasty. So anyway, I just told them, you know, you're lighter, you add a little bit more white. So let's do it. Let's take some white. Let's see if we can get my skin color, okay? And then I'll show you all the colors. We've got 30 minutes, okay? So instead of painting a painting, go get your colors. I use these, you know, styrofoam plates. You get them at the Dollar Tree, and they're like a big bag of them, okay? This is what I mix on. Oh, that's not good for the environment. It's like, no, they make flip-flops out of styrofoam because I've seen them in the stores. So, you know, recycling's huge. So if you recycle, I think it's pretty good. So I use these, and it's not less of a mess, and you know, they're recyclable anyway. So I got some white now, okay? Now when I add white, it's just gonna make my brown a little lighter. And it's not really coming out as brown, it's all right. It's definitely not my skin color, but you can see you can mix a lot of colors there. Okay, let's go ahead. Now that I taught you how to make green, so it's blue and yellow, make green, okay? More yellow, it'll be yellowy green. More blue, it'll be bluish green. And on the color wheel, I don't teach the color wheel the same as most people. So what I do is I go over to a bunch of kids, and I'm like, all right, you guys mix a crazy color. Like they'll mix something really hard like this. And then what I do is I put this on another sheet like this, okay? And I put it in the middle of the table, and my kids have these Jeopardy things. Whoever can mix that color the fastest hits the Jeopardy thing. I should have brought them there at my house. So you hit the thing and it goes, and it makes art a lot of fun. So they have to mix this color, and it's got to match immediately. Exactly, sorry. So like my husband works at Benjamin Moore, and you know, that's what they have to do. You got to get the exact color. So you play around with it for a while, and you can get all the colors with the primary colors, secondary colors, and black and white, okay? So let's try a purple, okay? Let's go with a purple. So you're gonna get a better purple if you use an alizarin crimson. So that's just a red that's darker, okay? You can put it next to this one and see. Okay, it's very different. So it's got purple, it's got blue in it. So it's kind of purpley. So you might want to use that when you're making your purple. So remember, they're going to come out all different, but it's so fun to do. And I tell the kids, how many colors can you make? And then we have a test on that. So they'll put this color here, and they'll mix a little bit more white, and then they have another color. Okay, now we got 2 colors. They'll mix in some blue. Now you got another color, and it's a lot of fun just mixing colors. It really is. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm really, really good at it. Okay, I'm not good at everything. As a matter of fact, next show, we're gonna cook and paint. I can't believe it. I think I'm gonna make some ramen noodles, and then I'll add, you know, my extra stuff in there, but half a packet. All right, let's make some purple. So we're gonna do some blue. We're gonna put it here, okay? I think most people know this, but I don't know, maybe you don't. Now, I'm not gonna pick the cadmium medium or the cadmium light. Actually, cadmium medium would work, but I don't have it. So I'm gonna use the alizarin crimson, which is the darker one, okay? And I'm getting a pretty dark purple, let me show you. Getting a pretty dark purple here, okay? It's definitely more blue than it is red. So if you wanna make a purple a little bit more reddish, you got 2 different purples already. Okay, you got more red in this one. Sorry, I'm so bad at this. Red in this one and more blue in that one. Whoopsie, I'm very bad at this. So that's mixing colors. Now watch, you wanna make lavender, you add some white. Okay, I got some white on here, you can see it. And you're gonna mix it together with this one, you're getting like a light lavender, and whoopsie, I can't really paint upside down. I'm trying, whoopsie, ooh, this way. You can make some different purples, okay? And how many purples can you make? You can make a lot of purples. I think I'm looking at the right place. So yeah, try to mix some colors. It's a lot of fun, okay? I don't like to go that close to the camera because I don't have my eye cream tonight. Everybody's hooked on my eye cream. It's not mine. So we got purple. Now we gotta make orange, okay? So we're gonna make some orange, and then I'm gonna show you how when you cross-connect the color wheel, you are going to make all the colors that you can, okay? But the color wheel, some people like it. I would say people that are into science probably enjoy doing the color wheel. People that are really organized, people that are type A probably like the color wheel. But most part, you ask a high school student or a college student that's into art and you say, did you use the color wheel or did you learn it? Perfect. Rich just came out. Oh my gosh, you have got to find Rich in the grocery store. Rich is my director tonight, and he just did a Christmas special for Nutmeg TV, and it's hilarious. Rich, it's so funny. He's got the Santa hat on, so that's Rich who's doing my show, so thank you to Rich. He's my cameraman and my director tonight. So let's go ahead and make some orange, because we didn't make that yet. And we got 15 minutes. We might do one episode. We might do two. I don't know. I suppose I could do like a rainbow. I'll show you how to do that. There's more colors on the rainbow now. You know, there was a light blue added to the rainbow, and then a white and a black, I think. Trying to get with it, you know. Okay, so let's make some orange. Ready? Now, yellow and red, don't get any blue in there. Yellow and red make orange. Now, I'm gonna pick the red that's the cadmium light, which is the light one. And by the way, cadmium means lead, in case you didn't know. So when I think it was like 10 or 15 years ago, everybody was really worried about toys because kids were chewing on them, obviously. And basically, the highest, these are not oil paints, these are acrylic, so it's just named cadmium because that's the name it was given when they made it into oil paint. So as an oil painter, there's no way there's not lead in that stuff because, I mean, that's how they make it with the pigments. So the most dangerous colors are red, okay, and yellow for paint. So if you do have an old house and any of the walls are red or yellow, you know, that's something you want to stay away from with the paint chips and everything, especially before 1970. Because my husband was with Sherwin-Williams for a long time, and they had a lot of lawsuits, I think, the company did because of the lead paint stuff. I'm sure a lot of companies did. But anyway, now he's with Ben Moore. So I'm gonna mix some yellow, and I'm gonna mix some red. Now I'm gonna take this lighter red. I could take the darker, I'll make both, okay? I'm gonna take the lighter red, and then you're gonna see when I mix yellow and red together, and then they call it red orange, okay? Red orange because they say the red first. So red orange would be more red than orange, and orange red would be more orange than red. So, you know, that gets really boring when you're trying to teach that stuff to high school kids because they're like, you know, they're kind of like, duh, they know that, okay? Now I'm getting like a more reddish orange. I can lighten it up with some pink, but I'm gonna show you the disaster of the black, okay? Because a lot of times when you're mixing black with your colors, you're thinking like, oh, I need dark yellow, so I think I'll mix black with yellow. No, 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 no. You don't. You have to, if you're doing a dark yellow, you're gonna have to go with some browns, okay? So we're just gonna do a quick color wheel before we finish up here. Rich said we have 15 minutes, it's not bad. Okay, this plate is already used, but it's okay because usually I have something to get off with. Oh my God, I was at Stop and Shop the other day. I'm telling you, it's gonna be called Stop and Shoplift soon because everybody is stealing. I'm like, everybody's going to Stop and Shoplift. It's crazy. And I said to a couple of people, I'm like, what do you do? I think I asked at Walmart, I'm like, what do you do if someone steals something? And they're like, nothing. They're scared, you know? So like if it's a TV or something, I mean, it's scary. So, you know, I mean, plus you want to move up in society. Come on, stop stealing. Okay, so we've got our red and yellow. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it works, okay? And this is going to give you a great sense of how the color wheel works. Okay, so you got your red here. I think you can see it, okay? And this is basically the color wheel. And then you go lighter with the whites and you add the black to make it darker. But we aren't allowed to, and so, you know, I kind of stay away from black. If something's black, I make it black, but I usually don't darken my colors with black because I was not allowed to. Then we got the blue here, okay? So we're gonna make a quick color wheel. Really quick. Always clean your brush, okay? And then we got the yellow over here. So you got your red, your blue, and your yellow. So you mix. It's a great color wheel. You're going to love it. Okay. I'm sorry I'm not painting a painting tonight, but I thought, you know what? Maybe people want to learn how to mix colors. Okay. And then, oh my gosh. God, I was also talking about something funny. It's kind of inappropriate, but whatever. So back, I'm going to make the color wheel quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these two together here. Yeah, see? I'm going to mix the yellow and the red, and I'm going to get orange. So now I have red, yellow, blue, and orange. Now I'm going to do the blue and the yellow, and that is going to be the green. So now I got orange, I got green, and you see how you can tell because they're right in between. So when you say, how do you make green? Well, it's right in between the blue and the yellow. And then the last one is you mix the other two that are next to each other on the color wheel, and that would be the red with the blue. Whoopsie, it's not a great purple. I don't know why. It's not a great purple. Hang on. It's okay. Sometimes you have to fudge it up a little. Now I got some purple. Now, if you go across the color wheel like this, the red and the yellow, the purple and the yellow are going to make brown. And the blue and the orange are across from each other. They're going to make brown as well. And the yellow and the purple. Different kinds of brown, you know? So a lot of times it was a big challenge, you know, especially not having browns. Now, if I look in my bag here, I've got a ton of browns. So like, you know, I'm a little orangey right now because I've been out in the sun, and yeah, I'm turning a little orange. And I burn, yeah, I gotta watch out. I got 2 browns here. And, oh God, we had Eileen Riley on, remember the realtor who has me do the houses. I was getting a colonoscopy. Oh my God, I waited too long. The guy said I literally could have been dead if I didn't go in 2 years. It was a disaster. He was so nice. He didn't, I'm clean, I'm good, but it wasn't good. And he said, if you wait longer, yes, you would have gotten cancer. And so anybody that hasn't, that's 50 or 51 or a little older, if you haven't gotten it, it wasn't a big deal. Mine was fine. I don't think I felt a thing. I can't remember. I really can't. It's like someone picked me up. I don't know what the hell happened, but it was heck. But anyway, please get a colonoscopy. And then there's a couple other things that I have to look on. Also, if you look on your My Chart when you have doctor's appointments and stuff, read it, because I was reading like my blood counts. It's bad, you know. I'm anemic, you know, so I have to take some iron pills. And you can't go that low with anemia because you can have heart problems. So I'm working on it. You know, I don't eat a lot of steak. I really don't eat a lot of protein. So taking the iron pill, trying to lay off the crackers and cheese and add something, you know, more good for my diet in there. So now we have the color wheel, okay? And basically the next part is making all those colors that you just made darker by adding, obviously black here, but and lighter by adding white. So like, you know, the white lightens things. And it's good to have a lot of paint in front of you. You can see all mine right here. I've got a lot of paint right here, a lot. And I took out basically any reds and yellows that I had, and I just put them here because I wasn't sure which ones I have, but buy them all. And a tube like this is Dick Blick. Okay, you can see it right there. It's Blick now. Okay, Blick. It's a better experience. I mean, like we had, what's her name? Allie. We had Allie on from Dick Blick, and you can see, you know, she knows what she's doing. If you have any questions, you know, you have questions at Walmart and you're buying paint, you're like, nobody's really going to know what they're talking about. But you go to Dick Blick and they know everything. And it's kind of a fun experience. And bring your kids in there, too. If you have little kids, I took mine in there all the time. I'm so excited. My son just started at Central, and I'm so proud of everybody. We've got Sabrina Krause playing Division I soccer at Central. I can't believe Central's Division I. You know, I always think the expensive schools are Division I. Isn't that crazy? And I don't know if the college is Division I, if it means all the sports, or if it just means soccer. I don't know, but those two are playing for New Britain, Division I soccer. Katie Gallagher and Sabrina Krause, congratulations to you. Oh, Nick Duncan going into the Navy. Jason Guglietta doing Coast Guard. So many of the kids have picked these great things, and I'm so glad that my kid picked Central because it's affordable. He got some scholarships, and it was actually pretty cheap. So I'm really happy, and I think he's going to do well. He's going to commute because he was kind of like heaved out about he thought the dorms were kind of cringy, and he didn't really know who he was going to pick to room with. So he's going to wait, and he's going to commute. So all these moms that are crying and they miss their kids and everything, I'm pretty lucky. Yes. And I'm painting now. So my water is pretty green. A lot of people are, especially kids, my water's green, I need to change it. You really don't. I mean, unless it's like really black. And also, you probably want to have, you know, I always say to have a paper towel or something on the side. I mean, I always have these things like stuck in my paint box. This is the little thing that you roll on. So I'm so glad that you tuned in. We've got 5 minutes left. Can you believe it? And yeah, I didn't know what I was going to paint tonight. I wasn't sure, and I thought, you know what? A lot of people are asking me. You know, we need a lesson on mixing colors. So blue, yellow, red. Those are your primary colors. With those, you can make orange, purple, and green. Okay, and then with your black and white, you can kind of darken the colors and lighten them. Black's tricky. I'll show you why. Ready? We're going to get some black. Watch what happens. I don't know why. I don't know. I had a hard time teaching high school using black because I just never used it. So everybody says, oh, if I take yellow and add some black, it'll darken it. But watch, it just looks awful. So I'm going to show you. I had a skirt that went with this. It's like exactly the same pinstripe. It's so cute. But I left it in Nashville. So here we go. I'm going to take the black, which is right here, okay? And I'm going to show you what happens. Let's add it to the orange. I mean, yeah, see. So it really, I don't know. To me, it makes a great color. And this is what the high school kids would do. They'd make a color like this that's like sort of impossible to, it takes a while for them to match that. But the kids have a blast. We have those buzzers that go off, you know, and then they get a piece of candy if they make it perfectly. That makes it more fun. And I'm telling you, you know, if people get mad at me for teaching that way, like, it's art. I want people to have fun and learn and actually like it. So that's my color wheel. That's how I do it. I know how to teach the color wheel, and I'm probably going to have to at some point again. But I didn't have to teach the color wheel. I just did it anyway because I had studio art classes. So anybody that's in college, like, even if you go to Tunxus, Linda was on with Gary. Linda goes to Tunxus. She's a student there, and she's definitely my age or maybe old. I think she's young. I don't know if she's older than me. She might be because her kids are older. So, but it was great to have them on. The next show, I believe, I might have Christina from Christina's Culinary. Maybe she'll come on and we'll paint and cook together. That would be kind of fun. Or just me painting and cooking. I made something before I got here. My husband was grilling last night, and he forgot to turn the grill off. So it was going all last night. I got home today at about 3:30, and I saw all this stuff on the grill, so I went out to bring it in because he didn't bring it in last night. And I brought it in to clean, and it was so hot. I was like, what is this? It's not that hot out. It was 90 degrees, but the grill was still on. So he probably wasted all his propane. I know we have a couple minutes left. Thanks for tuning in. I really enjoyed painting with you tonight. I'm sorry I didn't paint a picture, but I hope that you learned a lot. And you know, this brown really came out pretty nice. Let me just show you a couple more times because Rich is going to give me like a 2-minute thing in a minute. And if you want to come on the show, you know, I saw a guy at Stop and Shop, and in Unionville. He was not shoplifting. He was buying things, actually. But he went by me and he goes, I love your show. So I think it was Tom. Maybe Tom. So Tom, call Nutmeg and come on. You can come on the next show. It's in 2 weeks. Anybody that wants to be on. We had Winnie on. Winnie Haugen came on from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to post that one very soon. It's just I filmed it on my phone because I was in Nashville. P.S. Anybody that plays soccer, they are building the largest stadium in Nashville right now. It's almost done. It's called Giodos, Giodos or something. So I was like, I need to go there because my daughter needs to buy something from that store, even though we don't play soccer. And I bought this jersey. It was really expensive. Oh well. But yeah, I bought something there, and it looked like it was just about to open. So I know a lot of people are into soccer around here, but if you go to Nashville, that's where you want to book your tickets. That's where everybody's playing now. So it's the largest soccer stadium in the whole U.S. That's what it said anyway. So I don't know much about soccer. I was varsity. I played defense. just kicked the thing away from the goal as hard as I could. Not a big runner, so defense is good if you're not a good runner. I know my sister was a wing. They don't even call it that anymore. I think they call it like a striker or something. The people that score the goals, but they used to be called left wing, right wing, center. I was a fullback. Now it's called something else. So everything's changed, And my kids, Nettie started today at Farmington High. I don't mind, but they learn pronouns like pretty much all day, and it was a great way to start the day so that everybody can figure out who identifies as what or whatever. But I really do hope they get back to learning some stuff too, because I don't care. I'm from Northampton, so I really don't care. But I kind of want them to learn some stuff. And I love everybody, I really do. I don't care. So they did that today. So hopefully that was just a good introduction, and tomorrow they'll be learning more. And then 2 half days on Thursday and Friday. Even though we just started yesterday, we already have, our first day of school was today. So we already have a professional development for teachers Thursday and Friday. And it's fine. And I just applied to Farmington. I don't know. Hopefully they're watching, they'll hire me. I'm a great teacher. Anyway, I loved having you on. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week on the Crack It On. Yeah. Oh, if you listen to WJMJ, I love it. Bye.
Sometimes life just happens. Don't worry. Farmington Motorsports will get you back on the road and at a fair price. From towing to tires, emissions to transmissions.
Our ASC certified techs do it all.
Farmington Motorsports is a family-run business. We're Napa Auto Center and AAA approved. We work on all makes and models, from preventative maintenance to major repairs.
And every repair is backed by our 2-year, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty.
When life happens to you, don't worry. Farmington Motorsports.